Can you hear me now? All right. So I wanted to write you a little note here and read it out loud, just to say thank you for being a great dad. Thanks for all of the things that I have learned from you, whether that was sitting me down and teaching me or just leading me and letting me watch. All the different things that I have learned is a big part of who I am today. All the good things and maybe not so good things. So number one, I just wanted to say thank you for being a great dad. In a world where many homes don't have a dad, you were always there for us. And you loved us and you cared for us, and you were a great dad. Thank you. I'm not sure if you did any of the bathing or diaper changing. That was probably all Mom. But you were always around to take us to all our different sporting events and all the other things, and so thank you for that. Also wanted to say thank you for being a good provider. The stories that we have heard and seen from our own experiences of you having 3 jobs to take care of this family, the long hours and the hard work, you showed us all how to be consistent, determined, and loyal. You have always been a great provider for our family. And if you look around this room, you can tell that we all have learned some of these qualities from watching you as we have grown up. And under the category of provider falls Christmas. I just wanted to throw the Christmas thing in there because, you know, we grew up and our Christmases, if you've ever looked at our family videos, are ginormous. I mean, just ginormous. Of course, 8 kids, that'll do it, ginormous. Even if we had 1 present apiece, but we never had 1 present apiece. We would go in on a Christmas morning and the presents would be stacked. It seems like as high as you could possibly imagine. Linda and Bob would be taking all of our stuff and breaking it. It was really awesome. Yeah. But since I've had 1 million kids myself, trying to provide a Christmas like that for them it's been challenging and fun. And so I can't imagine all the stuff that you did to make those Christmases awesome. You know, under the provider, I also, you know, tell young men a story. When I was newly wedded, I was still a teenager at heart. And the idea of getting up and going to work sucked. It just sucked. I knew it was the reality. And it'll be the reality for many of you guys, and already is. But we worked an hour and a half away. And he picked me up at 6 o'clock. He would drive in the driveway. The headlights were facing in the house, so it just lit up everything. And there were so many times at 6 o'clock, I would see the headlights and say, "Oh my God," you know, and jump out of bed. And he was really patient for like the first 2 weeks. But after that, he said, "Son, this is it." He said, I want you to do 2 things. I want you to get a 2x4. And I want you to get a pillow. And when we get home from work, you get the 2x4 and you tear up as much crap in the backyard with that 2x4 as you can find. Just bang it and crash it. And then I want you to get the pillow and scream into the pillow. Get it all out of your system because you are going to work. So just come to the reality that this is your lot in life. Unless you win the lottery, and we haven't yet, you're going to go to work. And so it taught me so much. That was the last 6 o'clock time that I was ever late for work. Now, I've been late for plenty of things. And some of my stuff is late because of my girls. However, that was the last time I was late for work. I grew up then. I learned at that point that he just, you know, instilled in me it's time to man up. So thank you, Dad, for that. I appreciate that. My number 3 thing to thank you about is being a husband. This has taught me by your actions only just how to be a good husband. A funny story that I had as a newlywed Dad, he was sending me this great advice, and he said, take your pants, son, throw them in the middle of the living room, and whoever can wear them is going to wear the pants in the family. Now, I don't know if that's really good advice for you young men, because eventually you need to wear the pants, but for a while, you know, whoever could lead needed to lead, and I wasn't capable of leading at that point. But I know what he was trying to say. I really do know what he was trying to say. But he always worked really hard to make our mom happy. And I would see the flowers, and I would see the gentle kissing and telling her how much he loved her. And I think we've all seen today just how much he gives for her and for all of us. So thank you for helping me be a good husband. I know that my wife would say after 33 years, she appreciates the things that you have taught me. Also, I want to say thank you for being a good teacher. Even though our schoolwork you weren't really good at, that fell under the category of mom. We appreciate that. 1 + 1 is 2. But I have learned so many things over my 53 years of being around you. And I think about it. I wrote down things like roofing a house, pulling wire, sheetrock, brickwork. All of these things absolutely suck. And he made us, didn't he, do these stupid jobs. Get up on the roof and I'm going to show you how to roof. Now we're going to hang sheetrock and I'm going to show you how to do all this. And then every time the job was over, he would say, what'd you think of that? And my teenage smart self would say, that sucked. And he said, that's right. So unless you want to do that for a living, use your head. And after every single job, this is what he would do. Like, how'd you like laying that brick? It sucked. You know? But I can change my own oil. And I know where the transmission is. And that the fluid sometimes leaks from it. I know how to do my own brakes. Things that we take for granted now and we pay other people to do, he taught me. Yeah. And he taught a lot of us how to do those things. Those are valuable things in life that at the time seemed so stupid. Yeah. When am I ever going to need to know things like that? Except when Austin needs a brake job in his car and he doesn't have $750 to do it. We did it. Thank you, Dad, and Google. But we did it. Yeah, YouTube. That's exactly right. Anyway, I've been rambling too long. Dad, I just wanted to say thank you. I also will say this, because I know that the man you are and what you've instilled in all of us, we're so grateful. We couldn't even write down on 100 pieces of paper all the fun things. I also know, and I will not be so naive to know, that you didn't become a great dad without somebody teaching you how to be a great dad. So Mom, yeah, well, there you go. There you go. Because I know in my own life, it doesn't come natural to my species. We needed a little help, right? So thank you, Mom, for making him a good dad. We appreciate that. Happy birthday, Dad. Woohoo!